The year was 2021. At the time, I was already in the gym for like 3 years, had some like decent muscle on my frame, nothing like too crazy. And it was my first year at a high school. And at the time, I used to always question like, why do I still have low confidence? Why am I not improving as much as I want to? Like, I'm going gym, I'm eating healthy, I'm thinking I'm like disciplined, but like in reality, no. Because that was kind of like the only like productive habit I was doing at the time. I didn't really know much about self improvement. It wasn't until like halfway 2021, I was on like uni break, my first year of uni, and I said to myself, I've had enough of this shit. I can't even fucking look a girl in the eye. I can't even talk to a girl in my own class. I just suck. My social skills are shit. I constantly feel like I'm being watched. Anxiety levels are going through the roof. But I'm going gym. I'm working out. I'm doing what's hard, and it's not doing shit. So I try to learn more about this. I try to educate myself. Like I was asking myself, like, what else am I meant to do? Because I don't know what to do and I don't know what not to do. So I go on YouTube. I see some like I hear the phrase self improvement for the first time. See these YouTubers like Hams, like Iman Gadzhi, and something just starts to click. Like they're speaking so much about how you should be reading, how you should not be fapping, how you should not do the bad habits and do more of the good habits. And I'm like, this seems pretty cool. Okay, let me try go a week without touching my PP. Tick that box. Oh, let me start to adding cold showers. Tick that box, which yeah required a fuckload of discipline. Not saying that was easy, but slowly but surely, like over time, the more good habits I start to implement, and the more the bad habits I start to like decrease. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. My confidence actually slowly started to go up. I used to just think gym was the only like main pillar of self improvement, but it's not. There's so many other areas which right now you're probably not focusing on, which you're kind of coping. You're thinking you're so disciplined because you go to the gym like 5, 6 times a week, but that's all you're fucking doing. You're taking like Snapchats and sending to your friends, oh boys, look at me, look at this bench press PR. But frankly, it's not like yeah, you're still building muscle, but it's like at first the gym was giving you these like rewards with self improvement, but over time it almost just like plateaus, like your overall development. Obviously, muscle won't stop to grow, but you get what I mean. And it comes to a point in time where, at least for me, the gym was just a comfort zone. The gym was an environment which I wanted to constantly go to. It took me more discipline to take a rest day than not go to the gym because I'd always ask myself, what the fuck do I do on a rest? What am I meant to do? Right now, if you're in a similar situation, which like you've gained some momentum with gym, you're pretty advanced, like 2, 3 years in, but you're asking yourself like, what else? I was in the same boat, and my best advice is you have to start to educate yourself. You have to start saying to yourself, okay, like being truly honest and authentic. You have to start saying to yourself, what am I doing right now, which is preventing me from doing more of like the good habits, like reading a book, like socializing. Because we all kind of know to a degree like what we're meant to do. We've especially now, like self improvement's pretty. You can say it's oversaturated, but like especially now, we all know you have to read the books to gain the education. We all know that, but you still don't do it, and you still cope and say, "Oh, I'm going to the gym, but I won't do anything else." So like the first most bang for buck step is you just have to stop doing the bad habits. Like, yeah, you stop doing the bad stuff. Guess what? Your life becomes a whole lot more boring. The amount of time you start to create for yourself is like ridiculous. I sold my PS5, like started this year. I told my brother, I'm like, bro, let's sell the PS5. This was like during summer here in Melbourne. And I tell him like, bro, we haven't touched it in months. Like, congratulations to us, but now it's just like $500 sitting there. I know they cost like 700, but like you can never sell it for like its full price. So we sold that, and then we realized, okay, that was something we used to spend like at our peak, not like now, but like at our peak, we used to spend like 6 hours a day on. How many hours of video games are you playing? So we sold that and we're like, oh, that's freed up time. That's gotten rid of a huge, huge, huge distraction. Pissed that off and got money in return. Sweet. Then we ask ourselves, what's next? Well, we've got some money now, some like extra money. Why don't we buy some books? Seems like the right trade to make in this like current moment. This was back in January. I was already reading at the time, but my thought process was let's get more books. Let's get more. So we got more books. Like I have them right here. Think Faster, Talk Smarter. Dictionary of Body Language. We got like 10 extra books, bro. And I said to myself, now that I've kind of flipped my time, flipped my use of time, I know everyone else in their spare time is playing video games, fapping, eating junk food, and I'm doing the complete and utter bipolar opposite. So now I was thinking to myself, holy fuck. If I can just be disciplined for the next 6 months and read 10 books, how much will my life like change? How much will it transform? I'd actually be able to like speak to a camera like spontaneously for like over 20 minutes and not stress, not overthink. Just, I'd feel like Superman. That was the disciplined thing for me to do at the time, like literally 6 months ago, was to read and educate myself as much as humanly possible, improve my speaking skills, improve my storytelling ability, improve all these things, improve my eye contact, all this shit, bro. Right now, ask yourself, what is your like most important thing to do? Because quite frankly, the gym is keeping you in that same position. I don't give a fuck how much muscle you build. You don't want to be a bodybuilder. I used to think I wanted to be a bodybuilder, but then I realized how like cringe and gay it is, like going on a stage and huge beauty pageant, bro. That was like my goal in like 2021, 2022. I was saying to my friends, oh yeah, boys, I'm going to compete next year. You guys should all come. It was purely just for like validation. Getting like the clips of me being on stage, me doing some of the, like, bro, fuck that shit. I don't even have like crazy, I have okay genetics, but like long term, if I want to be able to take that career far, I need to hop on the juice. And I'm so for like being super healthy, prioritizing your health and testosterone naturally. So if I was to do that, that's just a complete, I'll be like the biggest hypocrite ever. Because we all know, yeah, that's not healthy. That shortens your life expectancy. That gives you side effects of like gyno, acne, roid rage. What else? Bed sweat. It can like fuck up your sleep, make you stress. I don't want to do that. So, like I said at the start of the year, I was stuck in this zone of thinking I was super, super disciplined by continuously going to the gym. But in reality, no. In reality, I was just coping. In reality, deep down, I knew what I was meant to do instead. And that was to continue and fasten my overall self-improvement journey. And like, I had to just figure out what not to do and what to do. Piss off the bad habits and implement more of the good stuff. And your potential is just unlimited, bro. Like, I swear to God, I was like the dumbest motherfucker in school. I was the dumbest motherfucker in school. Another quick story. It was year 11 here in Australia. So what? That's like junior year in high school if you're from America. I was like 17. We had like our mid-semester English exam. It wasn't like anything crazy. It's kind of like a practice before your big exam for the next year. But anyways, my whole ideology was, oh, it's just a practice. I'm just going to take the piss. So I did fuck all in this like 3-hour exam. Wrote like 100 words in like you were meant to write like 2 whole essays, like 2,000 words. I wrote like 100, thinking everyone else would do the same because it's just a practice. I ended up getting like a score of like 4%. I failed it. I got UG, ungraded, sorry. And somehow the whole year level found out. And that gave me the identity of the dumb fuck. Which at the time I look back on, I was just kind of going along with it. Like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. Oh, I'm cool because I failed. But now I look back, you can say I'm overanalyzing this, you can say this, you can say that, but I just feel like now when I look back, everyone used to think of me as like the dumb fuck. And that was kind of my self-image. That's who I used to think I was. The insecure, awkward, dumb fuck. And you can change for the better. Because you've seen all my clips and shit of like what I used to be like in like my PowerPoint videos. I always say about like how I couldn't even look a girl in the eye. Couldn't even like have a long, fulfilling conversation with my friends. I couldn't talk. Self-improvement changed my life. Knowing that a lot of this stuff was in my control, that I can better myself, and that it wasn't just because of genetics, like, oh, I can't do it because I got shit genetics. When I found the understanding that I can improve, a lot of this stuff is in my control, I can change for the better. Bro, my eyes just lit up. I was watching these YouTubers and I'm like, holy shit. What's stopping me from finishing a book which will take me like a month? How much smarter will I be? I'd actually be able to implement the learnings what I just learned. It gave me hope, and I'm trying to give you hope because I used to have no hope. I used to constantly like think I was born like this, like I'm the retard. I don't know if this video is going all over the place. I hope this makes sense, but like, yeah, I used to have no hope and used to constantly think there's nothing I can do to become better, to become better, other than just lift weights and build more muscle, which might help me attract a better looking girl. But even then, I wouldn't even be able to talk to her. That was my mindset. It was fucked. It was so bad. So bad. Like, I was building muscle. I was actually improving my looks because I used to be relatively ugly, and I'm not saying I'm a 10, but like, that was like the one thing I thought I can control. Okay, I can get a better haircut, I can get a tan, I can build more muscle. But then when I actually need to speak to the girl, I'm fucked. And I thought there was nothing I could do about it. But there's a lot of things you guys can do about it. But there's a lot of things you can do, like, to fix yourself. Right now, you're probably fapping every single night. Right now, you're probably wasting God knows how many hours on Fortnite. Right now, your diet's probably pretty shit. Right now, you're probably not sleeping 8 hours. Like, the list goes on and on. Right now, you're probably not getting sun. Right now, you're probably not drinking 4 liters of water. Right now, you probably don't have a skincare routine. There are so many things which are in your control. Right now, you're probably not reading books, so no shit, you're a dumb fuck. When was the last time you read a book and you tried to learn something new? Like, you finish high school, you either do a trade or you go to uni. If you do a trade, you're probably not going to learn anything new for the rest of your life. We love learning. Think about it when you're in primary school. You have the biggest smile on your face when you learn something new, and you want to implement it as soon as you can outside in the playground or whatever. It's like a broad example. Be a constant learner and see how much your life just transforms for the better. Because I used to have no hope, as I've already said like 3 times, and knowing that there's something I can do about it to become better in like all areas of self-improvement, whether it be physical, mentally, socially, emotionally. That gave me hope. And I hope this video can give you hope, because at the end of the day, that's like the main thing we all need as young guys. When you have a little bit of hope, like a little bit, just knowing if you do this, the future self will be like a whole lot better. It's inevitable how much like progress you can make when you have like a little bit of hope in your life. I hope this video gave you that. I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching calls. It'll be the first thing in the description. Other than that, make sure to click the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos on your homepage. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.